Today on Near Mint Condition, a show about 30-something-ish gamers who never put down their controllers.
We'll be discussing the difficulty in games and how they've changed throughout the years.
I think our princess is in another castle.
First time playing Final Fantasy 1, I spent probably like 30 hours leveling my characters up because I didn't know about equipping.
Oh, no.
I
I was there like my first RPG.
Armor
I did that.
and equip swords. So I'm like, why is this motherfucker so hard? Like the first fucking boss. I played
What was his name? You remember his name?
Garfield?
Wrong.
Garland.
Goldbliss.
What? Was it? It was Garland.
Garland.
Yeah. Dumbass. So yeah, I remember that. That's how I learned my lesson about equipping. Maybe I should read the instruction manual instead of look at the pretty pictures.
Yep.
Who reads it?
Well, video games don't even have instruction manuals anymore. It's like everything is either
Well,
a
yeah,
lot
but
or
you walk 5 minutes through.
There's a big.
Can you look over here?
Big
Can
floating
you look
area.
over
shit,
here?
you walk 30 hours in Final Fantasy 13 and they're still giving you a tutorial.
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah,
Go
Final
ahead.
Fantasy 13 is a perfect example. They built in the tutorials now in the game, so you basically don't need a manual because
they
it's
look at pretty
explaining to you
Yoshitaka
every
Amano
5
artwork.
seconds what to do, and you're like, look, I got it, let me play the game.
36 hours later is when that tutorial stopped. Like, you, me, and my buddy Keith and my brother, the only people that play Final Fantasy 13. I loved it. But yeah,
Well, I
at the
liked
36 hour, they're like, the
I haven't
tutorial's
beaten
now
it because
complete.
I put it down and I was like, well, the tutorial just let me know when I pick this back up where I am.
Well, see, the
still in a
difference is,
cave.
the difference is
No,
now,
no, I'm
now
not.
that we're grown-ups, you're driving the car home, so you can't open it and read the manual on the way home. which is the only way you get to interact with the
Bullshit! I
game.
still read. Get the fuck out the way because I'm reading my manuals.
you
No,
got your
you get the
DS in one
PDF
hand,
on your
and
on
you're
your
driving
phone.
in the other.
Exactly. You read the
Right.
PDF on your phone.
That's right.
Now you have like GameFAQs. You just go GameFAQs.com. What's the secret? Okay.
Can we talk about the youth and how they just don't have skill anymore?
There it is.
The
That's
youth-
what this is about.
Can we talk about the youth for just a second? So my in-laws are up at the house, and we're like going through classic video games and things like that. And The Legend of Zelda is actually what made me think about this. Again, you are plucked in this game. You're not giving any direction at all. You just go, you play, you figure
I
it out.
think
You
an
die
old man
1,000
said, "Take
times.
that wooden sword and have some fun."
Yeah.
If you
That
miss that
was it.
first door, it makes it a lot.
It's dangerous to go alone. You better take this.
This.
And you're like, da-na-na-na. So, that game really tested our mental. I died so many times that the counter stopped counting. It stopped at 255. Now that I'm a math guy, I understand why. So, it stopped counting. Right? Nowadays, so I'm on a plane. I've been doing a lot of traveling for business. I'm on a plane. I'm playing Super Mario 3D Land, which is fan-freaking-tastic, by
It
the
is
way.
a good game. 3DS one, right?
3DS, yeah. So I'm playing this game, and I'm one of those guys where I have to get all the coins, all the magic coins, all those type of things. I don't want to just go through the level.
Because you want that Peach's cake,
Yeah,
baby.
well, yeah, Peach's cake, and you could blow on it too.
I remember being so pissed off that I was like, I got all the fucking what were they that you collected? The stars,
Magic
the stars,
coin-
the
yeah,
gold
the stars,
in
yeah, yeah.
64, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that bitch has the audacity to make me a cake. Like, I better get some pussy. I don't want any cake. I collected
cake-
120 fucking stars.
The cake is a lie.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm playing Super Mario 3D Land, and if you die a whole bunch of times, this big floating like question mark appears, and you get it. It's the invincible P-wing. So all you have to do is just like grab it, and you can just fly through the.
Oh, if you fall off the stage like 5 times.
Yeah. I don't remember how many
It
times.
gets better. Like, if you fall off 6 times, they give you the golden P-wing, which lets you go across the entire stage.
And this drives me nuts. So my niece-in-law was saying like, "Hey, Uncle Rob, I beat Super Mario 3D Land," and I was like,
How did you do this?
"How? Show me how you got through the last level, because the last level is not playing around. It's fire and rocks and Bowser." And like, she's like, "First I have to die 5 times, and then I get this P-wing, and then I fly." And
So
I'm
the
like,
strategy is to actually die 5 times.
and I'm like, this is what's wrong with the youth, because when I got my games, and this is all land, this is all land, y'all don't remember this, when this is all land, we didn't get another game till we beat the first game, and games were hard as balls back then.
They were.
So, I think, like, the fact that the youth have, like, save points, the big floating areas that say, hey, go over here, really has poisoned their amount of skill of playing games and enjoyment of a game. Because then they can also be like, oh, I can't get past Dr. Robotnik in stage 1 of Sonic, I'm just gonna go play on my tablet now. Like, you don't get better.
We had to learn ourselves, like, I think the biggest one for me was probably the realization that Dr. Wily is the only time in Mega Man, like, 2 that you use the fucking bubbles, right? So you don't use bubbles
Spoilers.
for anything.
Spoilers.
Right? And then you turn in the, like, you face Dr. Wily, and Dr. Wily turns into this alien.
Yep, and that
And you're,
music's
and,
so
you know,
down.
in your natural mode, use Heat Man's power, I got this shit. Then I'm like, damn, man, all I got left are these lame-ass bubbles. And then, yep, just
Oh, 28
pop 'em,
hits,
and
man.
it kills him. So that was the first time that, you know, you didn't run into a village where the villager was like, there's an alien out there and you gotta beat him with bubbles. And you're like, you know, 'cause that's what we have now.
That's how everybody talked on,
every
on the
villager
NES.
I am error.
That's how they all talk.
You gotta hit him with a bubble.
That dang old thing.
So
Hey,
you don't have
10th Peninsula, oh, it's the bomb. I don't understand what you're talking
you
about.
don't have that, like, you didn't have that back then.
Alien probe my butt.
Or like in Metroid. In Metroid, like, you had to learn how to pick up, like,
Okay.
the bombs, like, what missiles, like, got the doors open. You know,
That's another game where you didn't read the manual, you were done.
Like, I saw a good YouTube channel. I think my brother was a Game Theory. I can't remember what it was, but they were talking about how, like, in Mega Man X is like the perfect example of like how video games just threw you in
Game
the middle
theory.
of something.
That's what it was. I saw
Yeah,
that.
I was thinking,
game-
Hang on. I'm going to take you back further. Pitfall.
Pitfall.
Oh.
There you go. That's how you
here's
grow
what-
skill.
Right. I mean, because it's not like you're going to beat the game.
oh, you're never gonna beat it.
You just go. And you could, you know, it's like you make the choice at the beginning. Do I go left or right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
This way's a little easier at first. And then, but you don't know anything beyond that.
No, you're right.
And that's
We just exhausted my video.
no.
game.
No. No. Thank you for your contribution. 'cause
Atari.
You're
I like that you
absolutely
went
right.
back to Pitfall. though.
Pitfall. That's
That's
a
awesome.
totally valid example. Alligators eating you and stuff, and again, like
And
you
you learn to walk on alligators' heads.
Yeah.
That's like some Indiana Jones shit right there.
Like
And
we
those- you
we're
know,
teaching
man,
life skills with these games back
That's
then.
right. Back then,
Step
and I'm sure-
on mushrooms.
I have-
Eat mushrooms, get big.
Eat mushrooms. It's good.
But like back then, you know, like it was like Atari. Honestly,
Yeah.
the art
Yeah.
is what sold me on the video games. Like the video
Oh,
games
yeah.
Cover
themselves-
art?
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm sure we'll go back
Oh, yeah,
to this
the
eventually when we do
cover
another
art.
episode on video games. But the cover art was like, you know, like by the time Mega Man and all those games came out, they weren't even trying. They were like, you know, you're gonna buy the unit. Obviously, they weren't trying with Mega Man.
Here's a picture of a guy with a helmet.
Like-
it's blue. Fuck
Like,
off.
the
doing like
instructions-
this.
The instructions like came from Japan, and the guy from Japan was like, "Yeah, big blue bomber,
Big blue
Okay,
bum-
got it.
bomber.
I got it."
Rokomanu. So let me talk about Mega Man 2. Speaking of, like, you know, games that taught you how to, like, keep playing and be hard. So we were poor, and we had rented.
was so poor.
I
I
don't
was
think the
so
definition of poor includes a Nintendo with Mega Man 2 in it.
Hold on,
I
let me
was
get
poor.
there.
I made my own video games out of corn husks.
I made my own video games out of cardboard.
You were
Then we got a
stupid.
Nintendo.
I had a Sega.
You
can
were
we have-
one of those
I
rich
still-
jerks.
can we have-
You know what the Sega cost compared to the
I
Nintendo back
still
then?
win.
You had the thick 3D glasses and the light gun
had the thick
and the
3D
gold
glasses.
doubloons that
They
came
were
with it.
so awesome.
The Master
The,
System.
oh my god.
Okay, so the
For the
Atari
master
and the
race.
Nintendo were my mom's, and like we had to ask permission from my mom, or even just wait until she finished playing something so we could play a game.
Okay, that's cool that your mom like actually played these things.
Yeah, she totally like I woke her up. I remember when I beat like I think the 3rd level of Mario Brothers. Like I shook her awake. I was like, "Mom, I did it. I got to where you are."
Oh, do you know how long it took me to get anywhere in Super Mario Brothers? Years. I sucked so
Do you
bad
remember
at
the
that
first time
game.
you had a friend? Because everybody had this friend, except for you. 'Cause You had a Sega system.
No. All my friends had Nintendo.
Okay, so the friend that was like, "Holy shit, guys!
This explains so
There
much.
is a negative zone in Mario."
Oh,
you remember
yeah,
that friend?
yeah.
They came here and you're like,
And I'm like, you are
"Bullshit.
full of
You are
crap.
fucking
Wait, sorry.
full of bullshit."
You are full of crap. I was going through puberty back then. There's no such thing.
So, you know, my friend Matt came over and he was like, "Yeah, no, seriously, man, you go through this thing." I'm like, "What the hell ever?" And he jumps on top of the pipe and he jumps on the block. And I'm like, "I do that shit all the time." And he's like, "No, watch this." And he takes him, like, of course, 10, 15 times
Yeah.
to get stuck.
Yep.
And I'm like, "Okay." And then he goes to the pipes. And I'm like, "I've done that. You don't have to get stuck, you idiot."
Just go
And then he goes to
over there.
-5 or -4,
Negative
whatever it
one,
was. And you're swimming. And I'm like,
And then you know what? You're still swimming. You're
yeah.
still swimming
No,
to
you
this
swim,
day.
I'm sure forever. It's an
Yeah, it's
endless
forever.
loop, I'm sure. But I will never forget that. And I wonder, you know, the glitches that they have now, if there's anything like that. Like, because you don't have like,
Well,
you just
you
have
do.
YouTube. You have the internet.
So
There's nothing to discover. Somebody's
You
got
is.
like, you don't have
So
that neighborhood friend that was
yeah.
like, "Hey man,
Look what I just
fucking
found.
Negaverse.
So I did find, like, on my own at first, a glitch in Journey. So Journey's a wonderful game. On
What is it?
Journey.
Journey on the
Oh, it is a
Atari,
good game.
or-
No, it's a...
This wonderful
Based on-
adventure.
So it's
Based
made
on
by
the
that
based on
game
the soundtrack,
company.
Journey.
Journey.
If you guys have not
By the
played it, you need to
band
play
Yes,
it.
yes, yes.
Okay.
It's a wonderful game. I'm just giving you
No,
grief.
it is a
spiritual.
good game. I agree.
Um,
It's the guys
so-
that did Flower, right?
Flow.
No, that's
Flower,
Flow.
fool.
Well, there's Flower, there's Flow. They've made a couple.
The one with the pedals.
He's all
Yeah,
three.
yeah,
Isn't that Flower?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
they
think
did
so, yeah.
Journey, Flower, and
Flow.
Destiny.
Flowation.
Something like that. Anyway.
Bungie.
Anyways,
Whatever,
so there's
go ahead.
several glitches in there that you can do to basically go behind the scenes where they've set up, where they've built the zone.
Yeah.
And it's really neat. And one of them, I just did it by mistake because I was jumping up and I was like, oh, I'm behind this freaking sand waterfall. And then I looked up and there was actually a whole community about exploring these glitches together.
Cool.
And that was
Yeah,
really,
yeah,
really
yeah.
amazing.
So you discovered that. So that.
No,
it's
it wasn't
things
like I
that.
was the first one to discover it. I just discovered it
Tina,
on my
happened
own.
upon it.
Tina, you're white and you found something. That's
That's
disgusting.
discovery.
I'm pretty
Look,
sure.
all these people are
Flag.
living here, but I'm gonna call this America.
And on that
and I
note,
discovered it.
I'm calling the episode.
Privilege.
Do you get frustrated with how easy games have become? Does it make you angry when kids brag about how fast they beat the game when they use save states and golden P-Wings? In the comments below, put actual hard games that you've completed, like Mr. Gimmick or My Balls. Oh, and like and subscribe.
I really wish I could pay somebody money to come to my house and make this into a robot so I don't cut my fucking hands on this